Hi, my name is Henry Scott Wallace. My grandfather was Henry A. Wallace, who was vice president under Franklin Roosevelt in his third term. In the middle of World War II, a fellow named Henry Luce, who was publisher of Time and Life magazine, a very conservative nationalist, wrote that the century that comes after the war should be called the American century, because America is the greatest country on earth and we should rule the world. And my grandfather's response was, wait a minute, we in America are no more a master race than the Nazis. In fact, he said that in his most famous speech, responding to Luce, The Price of Free World Victory. He said, instead, the century that comes after the war must be the century of the common man, ordinary people everywhere around the world. And the New York Times asked him, what do you mean? Why wouldn't it be? What is the common man up against? And he wrote an article for the New York Times called The Danger of American Fascism. And I'm going to read a little bit of it to you. A fascist is one whose lust for money or power is combined with such an intensity of intolerance toward those of other races, parties, classes, religions, cultures, regions, or nations as to make him ruthless in his use of deceit or violence to attain his ends. The American fascists are most easily recognized by their deliberate perversion of truth and fact. Their newspapers and propaganda carefully cultivate every fissure of disunity, every crack in the common front against fascism. They use every opportunity to impugn democracy. They use isolationism as a slogan to conceal their own selfish imperialism. They cultivate hate and distrust. They claim to be super patriots, but they would destroy every liberty guaranteed by the Constitution. They demand free enterprise, but are the spokesman for monopoly and vested interest. Their final objective, towards which all of their deceit is directed, is to capture political power, so that using the power of the state and the power of the market simultaneously, they may keep the common man in eternal subjection. 60 years ago. Vote tomorrow, please.